Getting back to balancing your personal life and your work life. So this is kind of a tough one because it really it really is determined by who you have in your life, the kind of life that you have. Do you have kids? Are you fresh out of school? Or do you have your whole life ahead of you, or whatever? I'm middle-aged. I'm 38 years old, and I've got two kids, and I've got everything that I do in life is for that direction, to support that direction. My kids, my future ability to take care of them and make sure that they have the life, that everything they need, the proper influence. That's a tough one these days, especially being gone as much as I am. But whatever. This is the life that I've been handed, that I've personally been handed, and I have to deal with it in kind, just like with anybody else. So being able to balance your personal life and work life, that is going to be up to the individual for sure. But something that I can definitely don't let toxic people into your life. Toxicity is, well, just a inspiration killer. It's an attitude killer. It's an energy killer. If you have toxic people in your life and you allow them to gain any kind of headway as far as determining how certain parts of your life go, it's going to affect everything you do. And I allowed myself to kind of feed into a toxic situation that I probably shouldn't have. It has nothing to do with my career. This is just a personal note. And it just made me kind of sad, made me vulnerable, and these past couple of months, I just really haven't had much to say. So I've just been kind of keeping my eyes on the goal and just doing my job and living in the hotel life and trying to stay healthy, and just absorbing any amount of good that I could, and trying to steer clear of any of the toxicity that was coming at me, or that I was kind of allowing myself to be blind to. So it really did affect me a lot. It has something to do with my kids, and I didn't really have much to share. So I do apologize if somebody asked me if I was dead. That's pretty funny. You just don't let toxic people into your life. They will take control of your everything. Everything that makes you happy in life won't seem as good because you have somebody over there telling you you're not good enough for it. You have somebody that you pay a lot of stock into that just does not respond, doesn't give back any of that positive energy. And this entire journey of mine coming into this industry has been all about me reinventing myself and trying to avoid mistakes that I've made in the past. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I know that right out the gate. I'm not perfect, and I don't ever think that I will be, and I don't really care to live up to those kind of standards anyway. But I don't feel like I ask a lot out of life anymore. I kind of found my notch in life, and it's important not to let somebody poo-poo all over that with their toxic attitude and stuff like that. And I found myself kind of spiraling into this hole, and allowing myself to be a punching bag basically, and it's affected me, and it sucks. It really sucks because it took all the joy, or a lot of the joy, out of my everyday. Some of the most mundane things, especially in this job now, just seemed a whole lot worse or more mundane or whatever because of what I was carrying around, this baggage. And so I went on this R&R just last week. It was my youngest son's birthday. He's 6 years old. Happy birthday, Rigby! And it was just a big blowout all week, and it was great. But there was some issues, and just the company that I have to have around whenever I'm in that situation. And so I just let it get to me, and but I mean, whatever, it happened. It's done. I'm back at work. It was kind of a relief to come back to work. I needed a vacation from my vacation. But I've decided not to let that happen to me anymore. I've decided to get the toxicity out of my life. I'm not perfect, like I said, but I'm definitely not a bad person. And I've worked really hard to get where I'm at. I've had to recover from something pretty drastically, just like the whole world has, with this bug going on and everything. And a lot of people have been displaced and had to reinvent themselves. And for somebody to come up behind you and smack you in the back of the head and say you're not good enough or whatever, or just not even appreciate the effort that you put in, you don't need those people in your life. And it made the solitude of this job that much worse. Because I mean, I don't care, how good of an attitude you have about it, and I presented myself to have a pretty good attitude being out here. But solitude sucks. It does. You're in a hotel room. I mean, you are away from everything you know, love, and trust. And that's only okay if you're good up here. If you allow yourself to enjoy the fundamentals of it and understand what you're doing it for. Stay on your path. Stick to your goals. Don't let somebody else come in and influence you in a negative way just because they may not like what's going on in their life. They have to take it out on you. And if you allow that to happen, well, then you're going to suffer the consequences.